Hey, Deb here. Have you ever noticed how hard it is to get back in the routine of doing something when you've quit doing it for a while? We're going to take doing a video. Back in 2007, 2008, I did one religiously every single day as part of co creating our reality, the 100-day challenge. And then my video camera didn't like my computer because I got a new computer. So I quit. Just stopped. And here it is. Let's see, do the math. 5 years later, and I finally got a new video camera. So I'm working on getting back into the routine of doing vlogs, whatever you want to call them. They're very handy for communicating. They're also very handy for documenting your life. And they're very handy for keeping you accountable for the goals you set for yourself. As part of all that, I have also attempted, I've also started reading again. I used to read voraciously. I'd have 5 books going at one time. And then I got glasses. I don't like reading with my glasses. They never seem to be quite the right, what is it called? Prescription? Well, these are readers. I have astigmatism, so some days it needs to be one strength and other days it needs to be another strength, and that makes it difficult for you to just use readers. So I quit reading too, but as part of this personal growth thing that we're on as part of life, then of course I've started reading again. And I picked up a book that I had started a couple of times and never finished. One of the standards, Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And I did finally finish it the other day. And I found it interesting that the most pertinent things about it were the very last chapter. Although, the standard find out more about other people, and it's the best way to make friends, and rather than telling them about you. But I thought that the 7 rules of a happy home was probably the best chapter. And 7 rules of a happy home is pretty much 7 rules of happy people. So we'll just give you a quick nutshell of the 7 rules for making your home life happier from Dale Carnegie, the probably original 1952 version. And it goes like this. First one, don't nag. Okay, now I know that was kind of aimed at the wives, but husbands can be nags too. Best friends can be nags. Clients can be nags. Lots of people. I could be a nag. Yeah, especially when I was talking to Direct Energy on customer service tonight. But that's rule number 1. Don't be a nag. We all know the adage of you catch more flies with honey and not vinegar. Rule number 2, we've all heard this one. Don't try to make your partner over. If you're thinking that marriage was going to change somebody, or friendship was going to change somebody, or getting a new job was going to change somebody, you better think again, because you can't change anybody. So don't try to make your partner over. Rule number 3, don't criticize. So what do we do with that one? What is that? Constructive criticism. Is there any such thing as constructive criticism? If we're not going to criticize, can we even do constructive criticism? Might like to hear some comments on that one. Rule number 4, give honest appreciation. Now that one we like. And we all know the key word there is honest. Don't just say, you have a great dress, or I love what you did, just to score points. Actually mean it. And if there isn't anything, don't say anything. Rule number 5, I like the way this is written. Pay little attentions. Now that sounded weird when I first read it, but this is 1950s talking. In other words, pay attention. And it doesn't have to be big attention, just a little attention. Did he give an example on that one? Now let's see what we've got. Pay little attentions. Birthdays and anniversaries. That's a good one. Everyday attentions. He didn't really give any good examples of little intentions. However, I do see that one of the interesting points was that it is not the marriage in the long run, it's the series of trivial incidences. Here it is. 'Tis not love's going hurts my day, but that it went in little ways. There we go. So pay little attentions. See, my big thing used to be leaving the cap off the toothpaste. I mean, just put it back on. But little things like that do eventually get on your nerve. So if your partner says, please put the cap on the toothpaste, put the cap on the toothpaste. It's not that hard. Rule number 6, be courteous. It is amusing how we are more courteous to strangers than to the people close to us. So that is a good one. Here was rule number 7, and this one I believe only applies to marriage. Read a good book on the sexual side of marriage. Yes, back in 1952, Dale Carnegie did actually put that in a book. He even listed several good books that you could pick up on the subject. Most of them cost anywhere from $2 to $2.50 was the high-priced book of the day. How fun was that? Oh, no, excuse me, $7.50 for the Ideal Marriage book by Theodor Hendrik von de Velde. Okay, we won't even go there. So anyways, there's my book review for the day. If you haven't picked up a book in a while, Dale Carnegie might be a good start. If you've been reading voraciously, perhaps you can leave your favorite book in the comment section below. And now that I've managed to get a video done, I am saying good night all. So good night all.